educations and my review about a few books that I've read, and I'm sure for some people it will be interesting topic, but some not, because yeah, I love history. History is all about authentic, all these. It's all about the past, and we have to learn the past for the better futures, right? So let me introduce myself. My name is Gabriela Fardianti, and you can call me Gaby. I have my pen names because sometimes on my free time I like to write blogs, written blogs. It's all about life motivations, and it's about everything what I've been taught, and I write about that in my blogs. You can search on quantummotivation.wordpress.com. Later I will write the link below. So what I'm gonna discuss today with you about history of Sufism. Uh, yeah, it's more to religion things. There is one uh, we call Sufism form of Islam in Islam. So yeah, I want to give a review about this book that I've read, The Makings of Indonesian Islam by Michael Laffan. It's all about the Orientalism and the narration of Sufi past. So this book is more discuss about the history of Islam, how Islam came to Indonesia with the influence of Sufism and the tariqat they are bringing, and what all the Sufi order give um, teach to the local people at that time. So yeah, I forgot to tell you I'm from Aceh, Indonesia, and as we know, Aceh known as Serambi Mecca, or we can call that veranda of Mecca, veranda of Mecca, because Islam came to Southeast Asia, not only Indonesia, but Southeast Asia region came from Aceh. That's why it's called the veranda of Mecca, and I'm very proud with my province, the only province which apply Islamic law in Indonesia. For some people, it might seem extreme, but for me, as a local people, it's the right choice to preserve the history, because based on the history, how the Sultan of Aceh, the kingdom, Aceh's kingdom, Samudra Pasai was flourished in Aceh, and about how the kingdom spreading Islam to all over the region. So I think it should be um, a good implementation for our Chinese. So yeah, in this book also, I found about Hamzah Fansuri, known as Tengku Syakwala, famous Sufism in Aceh, and also the one who have very strong influence under under when Aceh Kingdom governed under Sultan Iskandar Muda and Ratu Safiatuddin. So this book is recommended for you, not only for Indonesian people, but for you, because this book is written by the Western scholar Michael Laffan. Um, most of the uh, source he found from Leiden University, Netherlands, because you know Indonesia under was colonials by Netherlands. So the second book I want you to know is an introduction of Islamic philosophy by Massimo Campanini. From the name, I think we can guess the writers is came from Italy. Okay, this book is not much discussed about history, but more toward what the Muslim thinkers, the Muslim scholar on the medieval era thoughts about what is about Islam, about what Islam known as the um, religion which spread the light, including knowledge, and it was flourished when um, in Baghdad, Iraq. We know Ibnu al-Arabi, we know Ibn Sina, Avicenna, famous in medicine, and then many Averroes, Ibn Rushd, famous for geography and all from Islamic. So the way they're thinking uh, and the philosophy they're spreading was root from Platonic and Aristotelian from ancient Greek. So it has a relate each other because as what most of the scholar like Rumi from Central Asia. Central Asia was occupied by Greek inventions before Islam came. So that's why the Greek influence uh, has a great impact on the way of Muslim scholar think at that time. So yeah, there is a relate to that, and it's also by Western scholars. So most of the book I read it's neutral, yeah, because it's written by a Western scholar. So you can find out about it. And last but not least, I just want to discuss about Hamka. This is the book written by Indonesian people. So Hamka is famous Sufi scholars from Indonesia, and he has influence of Mazhab Imam Shafi'i because Shafi'i Mazhab is what was implemented by the people in Southeast Asian region like Indonesia, including Malaysia, Singapore, and Brunei. And also, wait for a moment. Uh, and also, Hanafi Mazhab by Rumi, and what I call it, there is one book I read is Al-Hikam, Kitabun Al-Hikam by uh, Kitab Al-Hikam, Ibnu Athailah, the writer. So different people, different Sufi scholar from different mazhab has the same basic principle about Sufism. So even though the mazhab is different from this region, and this region, but the basic principle for the three books I read is same. Rumi, the book from Rumi in what is the name of the book? Oh yeah, Fihi Ma Fihi means it is what it is the compilation of Rumi's speech. It's very good. It's very recommended, but I cannot show you here because the books I left in my hometowns. And another one is Kitab Al-Hikam from Ibn Rushd, famous in Egypt. Ibn Rushd is from Egypt. Kitab Al-Hikam is a tough kitab. Is a tough book for me who don't have basic madrasah Islamic school stuff. Maybe for madrasah people who did study in Islamic school, it's easy for them to ask their teachers, to ask their ustad about all the content in the Al-Hikam. But for me, I'm totally blind on it. It's so difficult. It's so difficult to understand the language, but it's so good. If you master of it, you're master on everything. People say that. Okay, I think just enough for today. I will give another review next time. Hope you like it because this is my first video. I know maybe in terms of communication, in terms of the way I speak. It's still beginner. I hope it will be have any improvement in the futures. And see you. Bye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.